Hi, I'm Steve Rose. I've been a chef for 38 years, was the owner of the greenest restaurant in the entire San Francisco Bay Area, and now I'm a farmer here at Rose Ranch. We do things green around here. What sets me apart is that green is not just a buzzword like a lot of people use. Green is an operative word, and it really is easy to do. I'm going to share with you my secrets on how to do this at home. We're going to have fun, and living green, living truly green, is really a blast. I believe that people want to learn how to live this way, they just don't know how to go about it. And that's the whole purpose of the show, is to teach people how to do it. I'm going to show you the way, show you the pathway to green living. Welcome to the Organic Rose.
Steve, I'm so happy to see you. It's been so long since we have gotten to hang out together. What has been happening? I understand you were playing with some bees or something like that.
Bees and alternative transportation and some different volunteering and all kinds of stuff throughout the community.
Very good. Okay, so now the bees thing is kind of intriguing me because I'm a big honey fan. Local honey, love it, love it. So did you actually work with the bees hands-on?
I had my head in the hives.
You're kidding me.
No, I had this hat on with a net and stuff on it, and I had some gloves. And this woman, Bonnie, who has a bee farm down in San Rafael, California, just took me in, and
Were you scared?
No, I thought I was going to be scared,
Really?
and they were buzzing all around me.
Yeah.
But they didn't come up to me at all.
Really?
They were totally fine, totally comfortable with me.
You were like a bee charmer, huh?
Well, and I took out one of these panels out of the hive like that, and I'm just handling it, looking at it. She's showing me where the queen is and stuff.
And they didn't care?
No, they're just going about doing their work.
I think you are a bee charmer.
You think so?
I think so.
Bee whisperer.
Bee whisperer, there you go. I like it.
But it was amazing, and she taught me so much about bees and how important they are for the environment.
Absolutely.
And their honey and everything that they create, and their comb and all that sort of thing. And we also discussed the fact that there's a lot of fake honey in the market.
Really?
And I don't know if you knew that or not.
What is fake honey?
Fake honey is they're captive bees in these large buildings, and they're fed corn syrup.
You're kidding.
No, to produce honey, and then they harvest that honey and sell it on the open market at 50 cents a pound.
Wow.
And it's not really honey.
I had no idea.
So you have to be really careful and make sure that the product you're buying is real stuff.
Is real, yeah. Especially the local honey, all the good health benefits, and of course, all the abundance we have here in Sonoma County with, all of the flowers and the blossoms everywhere, just delicious stuff. So those happy bees.
Yeah, I know. But definitely make sure that you get the local stuff, and it's really good for allergies and stuff too, right?
Yes, absolutely. I take a teaspoon a day, if not more.
See, I should be doing that. I'm all nasally now. I should be taking some of that.
You should be taking that. It's all natural. It's good for you.
Let's go take a look at the bee episode and see what we learned.
Awesome.
That's honey, capped honey.
Interesting. So is that down there then too?
Yeah, we saw a lot of what we saw down below was nectar.
Okay.
So still getting ripened into honey. So, Steve, I wanted to show you the queen. Can you find her? She moves differently, and her abdomen is longer. This isn't the biggest queen I've ever seen, but she's still a queen. Find her yet?
No.
Not yet. Right in that corner. Oh, she's hiding.
Oh.
See her walking there?
Yep.
Here she comes. So she was actually, this colony replaced their queen at the end of winter. So she's the new queen. But as
she is quite a bit longer. Huh.
Lots of interesting things going on in this frame, including not only the queen, but there's a new bee chewing her way out right now. See that?
Yeah.
If that other little bee, her sister, would get off her, we could see her. Yeah.
I see her.
Yeah, there's a few on this frame that are doing that. I'm just going to put it down here so I can point them out.
And you said none of her sisters will help her either, huh?
Nope, they're on their own. Also on this frame, so we can see the brood in the center, and there's honey here in the corners. And all of this wax was built this season. So they've been busy. In fact, this little colony overwintered just in 5 frames, so half of this lower box. So let's put Mom back. Where'd she go? I want to make sure she's safe before I put this frame back. There she is, down at the bottom.
Oh, I see her right there.
Yeah, so I don't want to put her back when she's right down there. Wouldn't be a good idea to squish Mom.
No.
She's looking a little slim, and they're backfilling this frame with honey. I'm going to make sure they're not thinking about leaving.
So we haven't cooked together in a while. So do we get to cook today?
We do.
Yay.
We're going to make a dish called posset, and it's actually has an English background to it.
Okay.
And it was created to drink warm in the wintertime with a little bit of brandy in it,
Well,
or
all right.
whiskey.
Okay.
We don't have the brandy or whiskey right now, too bad, because you know what happens when you and I get into the brandy and whiskey together.
Boy, we get into trouble, don't we?
We do. So, sans the whiskey right now.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's a simple recipe. It's heavy cream from some of our local organic dairies from Sonoma County. And it's nice, smell that. Some nice lime zest.
Yum.
And smell that. Just some fresh squeezed lime juice.
Yummy.
And a little bit of sugar.
Sugar.
So the way they used to do this back in the old England is they would, whatever was in season, if it's clementines, it would be a clementine posset.
Okay.
If it was bananas, it would be a banana. Of course, they wouldn't have bananas in England, but whatever kind of fruits they had, they would use that to flavor this particular posset. So it's basically a custard is what it is.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and start heating the cream up. Get some fire under here.
All right. Well, and you can't go wrong with, heavy cream. Starting with heavy cream, well, it's probably going to be pretty good.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we're going to pour some of the cream in. Sonoma County, we're so blessed to be in Sonoma County and so fortunate. This is all from organic dairies. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to go ahead and sprinkle some of the lime zest in it.
Oh, okay. The zest goes right in there.
Yeah.
So that brings out a lot more of the flavor, right? Because you're using that concentrated zest there.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And then we're going to go ahead and put some of the sugar in it.
That's okay. Just put all the sugar in. It's cream and sugar.
There you go.
Like I said,
How does it get worse
it
than
can't,
that?
right? It can't be wrong.
So let's let that come up to a simmer. It's going to simmer for about maybe 5-7 minutes, something
Okay,
like that.
okay.
And then we'll let it cool just a little bit after we add the lime juice.
Okay.
And then we're going to run it through this colander to strain it a bit.
Very good.
And then it's going to go into this measuring cup, and then you are going to go ahead and fill these glasses.
I can do that.
And then we put it in the refrigerator and let it set up for 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it's a no-bake thing. You are heating the cream, but it's not like a traditional custard where you'd actually have to bake it off in the oven.
Right, gotcha. So while that's cooking up there, I understand you did some information about the alternative transportation. How is that?
Amazing. There's the new smart train that just went online.
Yes, I am familiar. Look at this.
There you go.
It's a smart train.
And it's just such a beautiful train. It hauls all kinds of passengers, really helps relieve congestion on Highway 101. Eventually, they're going to expand it. Right now, it goes from Santa Rosa to San Rafael.
Right.
But eventually, it's going to start all the way up in Cloverdale and probably further north even. And it's going to be just lots and lots of miles of track.
Yeah.
But to go onto one of these train cars, it's like walking into a retro 50s diner.
Cool.
It's all chrome, stainless steel, and glass. And it's beautiful. And you just get on the train and you take it. It's all free Wi-Fi. You can
Really?
do work. They've got tables on the train in between chairs and seats. And you could do work. You can visit. You can have a glass of wine
Oh, okay.
or a beer.
That's
or you can
nice.
have a cup of coffee and a croissant in the morning where you're commuting to work. And you're just kind of waving at the traffic going by you. It's
Well,
like,
you know what?
"See ya."
I've actually been in the traffic and watched it go by, and I thought to myself, why am I not on the train?
And then we also did a piece on hydrogen cars.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And that's Yeah, there's this engineer in Sonoma. He's got a 16-acre property, and he has this off-the-grid, what would you call it? He's got a word for it. I forget what it is, but it's totally off the grid. So he's producing his own hydrogen for his hydrogen cars.
Really?
And all the hydrogen is being produced by solar panels.
Cool.
So it's completely
off
off
like
grid.
totally green.
Yeah.
Like as green as you could possibly like get for transportation in a car.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the hydrogen, he gave me a chance to drive one of the vehicles around, and it's just like any other car.
Yeah.
But it takes about 4 to 5 minutes to fill up the tank with hydrogen.
That's it?
And you're done, yeah. Here we are on board. What a beautiful train this is.
Right, so let me walk you through it. Like I told you, we call it retro cool because you can tell the seats have that multicolored two-tone feel. The grab bars are right here. You don't have to reach over into someone when you hold on the train. It's wonderful. So each of the seats here have outlets. So no matter where you sit on this train, you can plug in. And then you'll see here we've got lots of space for luggage, for people who are going to the airport or maybe taking the ferry. And you've got tabletops here, so you can sit down, maybe do some work, or even have something to eat or drink. So
How cool is that?
each car has either a beverage car area or a restroom. So the two-car trains have both. So you'll be able to pick up something to eat, and then we do have restroom facilities that are fully ADA compliant.
So in other words, one train car has a snack bar, food concession,
Right,
and the other one has the restroom.
right.
Is there such a word as hugely? Because this train car is hugely spacious.
I know,
It
it's
really
wonderful.
is.
And it's really about being ADA compliant, you know, going over and beyond so all of our passengers have an excellent experience. So fully air conditioned, free Wi-Fi. There's room for 24 bikes on each two-car train.
Wow.
You can either use these tie downs if you have a larger bike, or there's some bike hooks that I'll show you in a minute up there.
Excellent.
Look at all the space up here. And the big windows allow people to really sit back and enjoy the view. Nice, big, spacious, tinted windows. And I have to say, when you're going through Marin and Sonoma County, some of the most beautiful places, it's just lovely. It's really lovely.
These are so
I
comfortable.
know they are. And each of the seats, I don't know if you can see it, they have trays here where you can pull back.
Oh, something I can play with.
Right. So,
That's just like being on an airplane.
sort of, right? It's a combination of that kind of comfort,
Yeah.
space, and all of that. So, it's really a state-of-the-art train.
It really is.
It is. So right here are those bike racks I was telling you about. They're bike hooks. There are two there, one here, another one here, another two there. So you can actually park your bike here, and it's right near the door, so you can get on and off really quickly and smoothly.
How's our stuff? Because I can't wait. I'm kind of like, I want to try it out.
Oh, what's different?
Oh, it's looking
That's
good.
Sue.
Looking good. What's next?
Okay,
Do we need lime juice?
I think we need, yes, let's go ahead and turn this off.
All right. There's a little lime juice for
Put
you.
in some lime juice.
Ooh. So this is going to be, it's going to be kind of like the sweet and the tart together because you've got the sugar and you've got that tart lime.
Exactly.
Yummy.
And then we'll allow it to simmer on the lime zest for a bit, because what that's going to do, it's going to allow it to draw some of the oils out of the zest, out of the skin.
Okay.
So while that's doing that, then once that's done, we'll go ahead and strain it.
And we'll strain it. Okay. So while that's waiting, the other thing that I heard you were doing, I'm so excited to be catching up with you. So you had some community service type volunteer stuff, information about that. Tell me about your experience
So we
there.
went to the Kenwood Fire Department, and we talked to them, the fire chief there, and we talked about some of the different volunteers and paid staff and what they do. And they're a wonderful fire department, and they're so wonderful that we actually get a reduction in our fire insurance because of the response times.
Wow.
Yeah, they're really
I
on
didn't
top
realize
of it.
that.
Yeah. So that was a good thing. I talked to Darren, and we had a great conversation about that. We also went to the Redwood Empire Food Bank
Perfect.
and interviewed the management and interviewed staff and interviewed volunteers, and they go ahead and provide food at these different little satellite places, all the way from the Oregon border all the way
Really?
down to Marin County.
Oh wow, I didn't realize it was that
Yeah.
that broad.
The
Yeah.
place is huge. There's so much food in there. There's so many volunteers.
Oh, I bet.
They just can't wait to help.
That's so cool.
And it's an amazing place. And then we went to the Humane Society.
Oh, that's always hard to go to because I'd want to take them all home with
I
me.
did. I want that puppy. I want that kitten.
Exactly.
Oh, there's a couple rabbits over there. I'll take those
Aw.
too. But it was the neatest experience. There again, I met with some management and some middle management and some of the volunteers. And we talked about, this whole episode talks about why do you volunteer and what does it do for you and what does it do for the community?
Absolutely.
And there's so many opportunities for so many people to volunteer and help the community in different ways. It's just...
Yeah, you're right. There's so many things, and everybody has their own kind of passion or something that they really want to get behind. And there's so many opportunities in Sonoma County to join in, to volunteer, to give your time, give your money, all of that are really worthy causes. So that's really great that you're learning more about those.
It doesn't need to be a lot. It doesn't need to
Yes.
be 20 hours a week or 40
Right.
hours a week. I mean, there were some volunteers that, they work 4 hours a week.
Right.
But that's their input into it, and,
Right.
and they enjoy doing
Or
it.
even a once a month kind of thing. If you say, hey, I'm
Yeah.
going to put my time in once a month, that's a small commitment,
Yeah.
but it can make a huge difference in the community.
So tell me about the station here and what kind of equipment you have.
So first of all, the equipment, we have two of these, we call them Type 1 engines. They're pumpers, and they respond to vehicle accidents. They have extrication equipment on them, structure fires. We have two of these. We also have a water tender that holds 3,000 gallons of water. We do have hydrants around here, but they're sparse. We also have a light rescue, and we have what's called a Type 3 engine, and that's a brush truck or a wildland engine that we would take up in the wildland to put out a wildland fire. We also have the administrative offices. We have a training room. We have a beautiful kitchen that I'll show you later that is gorgeous. We have a day room.
And how many people in total actually run the department?
So
kind of give us like maybe a little bit of a day-to-day sketch
Sure.
on what you guys do.
So every day there's either me or a captain on duty plus a part-time firefighter. So the staffing levels will be anywhere between 2 and 3 personnel a day. And that's the minimum requirements that we would need to staff an engine, no less than that.
Okay. And is that mandated by the state or by the federal government?
That's actually by NFPA, which is the National Fire Protection Agencies. We also have volunteers. We have a core of volunteers right now that are about 11. Back when the department was established in 1946, we only had 2 pieces of equipment, but we had 30 volunteers. And
Wow.
up to about 15 years ago, we were up to 30 volunteers. So that's changing drastically. So it's our job to make sure that we can get a piece of equipment on the road for the community to help them at any type of call at any hour.
Why do you run into a house that's burning while everybody's running out?
One, it's our job. And 2 is it takes a special person. It takes a special person to be able to want to run into something that everyone else is running out. And you have to have that drive. You have to want to do it. And doing it for as long as I have, it's an adrenaline rush. It's fun and it's scary. And
How do you pass that passion, because it is a passion of yours,
Right.
right? How do you pass that on to explorers, young firefighters that are just coming into your program?
from day one, we drive the brotherhood that we have. We drive how compassionate everyone is that's doing this job and taking the time to train them to do this job. And it usually takes a year or so. If they don't get it by then, they may not be that type of person to do the job. But for the most part, they get it.
All right, so I want to try this out. Now, what is it called again?
Passette.
Passette. Okay. All right.
So we're going to go ahead and strain it,
Okay.
and you'll be able to fill the glasses.
Okay. Boy, that looks good.
Oh, it smells so good.
Beautiful. Okay.
You can tell when it's really good organic cream, because see how it has like a little bit of a yellow tinge to it,
yeah.
and also the green.
A little
from
bit of
the
green
lime.
from the lime. Yeah. There you go.
You can set that right on there.
All right. Okay. Do I get to fill
You
the
get
little
to
glasses
fill 'em
now?
up.
Okay. Yay. Here we go.
Oh,
Oh, it smells delicious. Oops.
okay,
I'm
no
a li-
spilling.
I'm messy. That's okay. Makes it taste better when it's like that, right? I don't spill wine when I pour it.
I noticed that.
But, you know, this one, have you got one more?
Yes.
There we go.
Time to make pretty.
Time to make pretty. Wow, this is like the magic of television. Look at this.
I know, it's already set up.
They're
Look
ready.
at that.
Look at that. It's amazing.
It really is.
Crazy. Okay, so we're going to make them look pretty. What do you have there?
I've got some mint out of our garden.
And
you've got some strawberries out of our organic
okay,
garden.
well, let's make them look pretty.
All right.
While we're doing this, I understand you were talking a lot about cast iron cooking.
I think you have spies following you or something.
I do. Well, I'm a fan, you know. I'm one of those fans.
Oh. Yes, I did. I did it
You did?
with Lodge Cookware.
Okay.
And it's all their products are made in the United States, and they're going on their 5th generation. And it's just wonderful cookware. And it's the original nonstick cookware.
Really?
Before Teflon came out, any of that.
Well, I love cooking with mine because it's so versatile. You can go from the stove, you can go to the oven, and then it's like the cleanup really is not that bad. You just kind of scrape it a little bit, you leave a little bit of stuff in there for the next time, and it tastes even better.
No, I know it's great. It is just amazing cookware, and they have so many different types of. I mean, they have these really neat. Aren't these the best?
Those are cool.
Yeah, and they hold the heat really well.
Yeah.
But they have everything from Dutch ovens to these guys to saute pans to you name it. They have it. But it's an amazing company that we did this interview with, and I actually was able to work with their chef, who goes on the road and demonstrates all their cookware.
How fun would that be?
So Al and I did this piece together, and we talked about all the benefits of cast iron. And yeah, and we even actually, when you see the episode, you'll see there's some footage there that was sent to us from Lodge, and actually you can see the foundry and how this stuff is made.
Cool.
And originally, in the first generation of the Lodge family, they were taking used engine blocks when cars just came out, right? Taking used engine blocks, melting them down in the foundry,
Really?
and making cookware out of it.
Really? That's amazing.
So they're kind of like the right on the cutting edge, or the ultimate as far as recycling before anybody else was even doing it.
There you go, even better.
You know.
You know, the great thing about cast iron is the fact that it is the original nonstick. So before there was chemicals added to aluminum and all these really funky scientific experiments, there was cast iron. Now, I've had people tell me that, but my cast iron, it sticks. And my answer to them is they're not paying attention to their food, right? So when you cook a protein on cast iron, when you first put it down, yes, it's going to stick. But as it cooks and it gets to the right temperature, it releases from the pan. And at that point, it tells you it's now okay to turn it over. Cast iron for 120 years did pretty much just cast iron. But recently, they've gotten into steel. And that's been so exciting because now we've got paella pans that are made right here in the United States.
Paelleras. I mean, I'm so excited to use this. What material is this made out of, and how is it made?
So this is steel, and it's very similar to the way that they make cast iron. Only it is, in this particular case, it is, it's a lot lighter.
Okay. It does feel nice and light.
And it doesn't retain the heat as well as cast iron. I mean, those are the big differences, right? But as a chef, I can tell you, I love cooking in steel.
So do I.
Almost as much as I love cooking in cast iron.
Would this be considered carbon steel?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
But it also has a coating, so this is seasoned.
Okay.
Whereas a lot of carbon steel is not, and then you have to deal with rust issues and take.
So how does this? Okay, so as you know, a properly made paella needs to have a crust on the bottom of
Yes.
it, right? I've had people at our restaurant say, "Oh, the paella's burned." No, it's not burned.
No.
That's the crust that's supposed to form on the bottom of the paellera.
Absolutely, and when you go to Spain, there are people that will fight you for that bottom crust.
Yeah.
I mean, because that is like the sweet spot. That is the part of the paella that everyone wants that final bite of.
Yeah.
Because all of those flavors, they caramelize, they get so intense, and yet so homey at the same time. It's an amazing thing. So when we talk about, the paella, these will do that, and they will caramelize the bottom with the chicken stock or the seafood stock, and all the spices and all of the flavors just come together so nicely.
Okay, so now I think we need a toast.
But there's no wine here.
I know, but these are in the cute little wine glasses, so this will work for now. So how about a toast to the organic rose, another successful season. Congratulations. Can't wait to see next season.
Awesome. We'll see you all next time then on the Organic Rose. Have a taste.
All right.